Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joelle, and today I'll be taking you through a yoga practice that is going to be really wonderful if you ever suffer from sciatica, and also looking into the piriformis muscle, which is a little muscle we don't often talk about, but it's very related to sciatica and also to piriformis syndrome. So I'm not using any props for today, but if you'd like to have a yoga block or a pillow nearby, then please go ahead and do so. And we'll get started in butterfly pose, and a pretty wide butterfly pose. So you might also know this as turtle pose, bringing the soles of the feet together pretty far away from your hips and just letting the knees fall out to the side. And then very gradually walking the upper body forwards, letting the head hang heavy. And you might even slide the forearms underneath your legs with the palms facing up. And I invite you to close the eyes here as you tune in to your breath. So notice how the body is feeling today. Perhaps still waking up if you're practicing in the morning. You may be feeling this in the lower spine or the hips. Those areas connected to tightness that again might create more opportunities for pain or discomfort. So think about every exhale sinking you that little bit further and releasing into the muscles just that little bit more. And let's take one more deep inhale and exhale here. And then if your hands had slid under the legs, using them to press yourself slowly back up. And we'll take our left leg back behind us. So we're coming into kind of a deer pose here with the right leg in front, the left foot back close to your left hip. And you can pull in the foot a little bit closer to the body. So just experiment to find what works best for you. We'll walk the fingertips over towards the right. So we're facing over that right knee, and you might stay right here. Or again, maybe folding the upper body forwards any amount. Finding wherever it is you feel a stretch. So our piriformis muscle, very short little horizontal muscle in the glutes. And for some people, the sciatic nerves run straight through that muscle, which is why it's so connected. And it's really wonderful to explore poses like this one that target that muscle to look to avoid any further opportunities for that sciatic nerve to become irritated or fussy. So good for you for finding some time today to take care of yourself. And then let's press our way back up. And we'll simply switch sides. So first coming back through butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet back together, maybe even waving the knees up and down a few times. And then bringing that right foot back behind you, finding the angle that works best for today. Tiptoeing the hands over to face down that left knee. And staying up tall with the upper body. Or else possibly walking yourself forwards. And as we stay here for a few rounds of deep breath, you might just observe whether this second side feels different from the first. And turning the palms to face the floor. Let's use those hands to lift our way back up if you had folded over. And this time, just bring the heels a little bit wider than the hips and just rock them out from side to side. Little windshield wiper motion. And we'll make our way onto hands and knees. Shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. And flex that right foot and just lift it up towards the sky. And then pull that right knee out towards the side. So we'll take that motion a couple of times, kicking the heel up. And then opening it like a dog at a fire hydrant. So we're working through the glutes here, again, protecting those areas that tend to get a little bit inflamed, sometimes leading to pain, combination of stretching and strengthening. Let's take one more. Bringing that knee out, and then settling in back to hands and knees, and we'll just take 2 rounds of cat and cow before we do the other side. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. And exhale, press the mat away as you round through the back. And one more, inhaling to arch. Exhaling to round. And coming back to a neutral spine, we'll flex through that left foot, kick it up towards the sky, and then bring that knee out to the side. So as we repeat this a few more times, see if you can keep your hips pretty level here. There's a tendency for the pelvis to want to swing one way or the other. See if you can just kind of keep it stable, both hips facing the same way. And let's just take one more round here, kicking up. And out to the side, and back into hands and knees. Maybe shake that out a little bit from side to side. And we'll bring the right foot forward between the hands for a low lunge. You might shuffle that back knee back a little bit. And then inch that right leg out so that both hands, both sets of fingers, are to the inside of your right foot. Open the foot out at a diagonal and let that right knee fall out perhaps to the side. So kind of a modified low lunge here. You can be up on fingertips. You might come to flat palms or forearms. We're just here for a few breaths. Just giving that chance to open and release. And from here, we'll come into our pigeon pose. So wiggling that right foot over towards the left side of your mat. And the shin does not have to be parallel to the short edge of the mat. You can also bring the right foot back closer in towards your left hip. And propping yourself up on both sets of fingertips. We'll take just a few waves with the spine here. So inhaling to arch. And exhaling to fold forwards, rounding the spine. And a few more here, just like those cat-cows we did a few moments ago. And last one, inhaling to open up. And exhaling, this time you're welcome to Fold forwards and hold here, perhaps on the forearms or all the way down. Again, this will look a little bit different on every body, so find the stretch that is right for you. And again, one more deep breath in and out here. And we'll come back up. Finding our way back to hands and knees. Shake it out. Before the left foot comes forward for that low lunge, wiggling the foot out to the side, opening it up at a diagonal onto the blade edge of that foot. And again, finding whatever works for you today on flat palms or forearms. You can also experiment with swaying the hips a little bit side to side or front to back, or just hold still here. And let's find our pigeon pose on this second side, helping the right foot over towards, left foot over towards the right. Maybe again, stepping that right knee back a little bit, and we'll find those spider fingers again, both sets of fingertips to the outside of your mat to inhale, arch through the spine, and exhale, round forwards. And two more, inhaling, lift and open. And exhale, release. And last round, lifting up. And exhale, finding your version of the folds. Perhaps closing the eyes once more for a few breaths here. And let's lift our way back up. Find any comfortable seat that works for you. Pick your favorite. Sway a little bit from one side to the other to observe how you're feeling in the hips, the glutes, the low back. And all together, let's inhale the hands up towards the sky and exhale them down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope that this practice helped you find some release and relief. I do have several other practices on my channel for Piriformis syndrome and sciatica, so I will link those in the description box below. And if you would like to follow this practice up with just 10 more minutes on your mat, I would recommend that you try my lazy glutes routine. So working the glutes is really going to help with preventing future pain and inflammation. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. It truly helps me out, and I do hope to see you on the mat again soon. Have a wonderful day.